Coffee Anyone, the YouTube show that bucks the online trend of using all caps like you're shouting at people, and trying to score points against an opponent because you like a different flavour of coffee from them, and generally being a pain in the rear. Well, there's no rear pains here because this show is the show that brings people together. It's the show that unites. It's the show that proves beyond all doubt that if people just sit down together over a nice cup of really hot coffee, or tea, or Diet Coke, then maybe we can get along after all. It's all that simple. Our guest is chomping at the bit to get cracking, but before we crack anything, let me introduce the man whose vision made this craziness, the man who knows firsthand that it can be done, all of it, and nobody has to call him an anything hole, Dr. Ali Khan.
Well, thank you. We have Mitchell Shaw over here. He has some great vision for Upshur County. We will be talking to him about what he plans to do. But lately I've been watching cricket. Have you been watching any cricket lately?
I haven't seen any cricket lately. Who's playing?
Well, I was watching these reruns with New Zealand and India.
Uh-huh.
And it's pretty good.
Yeah?
I mean, a lot of Americans should start watching it. It has a lot of fun. I've got a few people really interested in it. You've seen the 2020 game, have you?
No.
What, is it 20 overs?
No.
You don't know 20 over game? What the hell, man?
It's like baseball. The minute I think I understand it, something crazy happens and I just go...
Yeah.
But you're not from the British Isles.
Yeah, but cricket's not big in Scotland. Fighting, now that's big in Scotland. Alcoholism, that's big in Scotland. Cricket,
but
not
you
quite
can
so
watch cricket and then fight at the same time.
Right.
You can do that.
Hit someone with a cricket bat.
Yeah, the soccer matches have a lot of fighting going on in England.
Yeah.
But cricket, it's a gentleman's game.
So they say, yes.
Yeah, but it's not anymore. It used to be, you can do just a few things here. Hook shot. Now they're swatting the balls and doing things. This is just horrible.
Right.
So I was going to start by asking Mitchell. Can I call you Mitchell?
Yeah.
You were thinking about setting up this Upshur County recreational complex, and this started I think in 2017. The idea came about in 2017. Any place for cricket in there?
Sure. I think we could probably fit you in somewhere in there.
Have you ever seen cricket?
I have not ever watched a full match, but I've watched like highlights and different things. But I know that it's a huge sport, definitely overseas, and there are a lot of rabid fans of cricket.
Well, it's really surprising to me. In baseball, you have World Series, and who else comes from the world? I'm not exactly sure.
Right. There's no big New Zealand
yeah.
teams competing in the World Series.
Yeah, but in cricket, there is actually England, Pakistan, India, New Zealand, Australia, Zimbabwe, Kenya, Ireland. Ireland has a team in the 2020s. Mm-hmm. Then South Africa. Did I mention Zimbabwe?
Yeah, is it?
Yeah. So, am I missing any? And then they have a lot of other secondary members, including Hong Kong is also one of those. So when you have a World Series or a World Cup, you actually have people representing the whole world. And so it's just, and I was just mentioning to somebody, I was watching the cricket with them, and I said, do you see any obesity in the cricket field? And there is none. While on the other hand, apologies to our viewers, there's some junky folks.
Yes.
No. Can I use junky?
Yes.
Yeah, or calorically enhanced.
There you go.
Calorically enhanced folks I see on baseball field. I mean, the guy throwing these balls, he's got a gut hanging out.
Right.
So
well, it's like American football as well. That's a bunch of fat lads taking a 15-minute break every 10 seconds.
It seems more like a sumo wrestling. So tell us, with this idea about the Upshur County recreational complex, the rate of obesity in United States is huge, and we have a lot of heart disease, diabetes, all these problems going on in West Virginia. I deal with that every day. How does that vision of yours help with this obesity problem?
Oh, absolutely. We, the complex committee was formed in 2017, like you mentioned, through the vision and dream of Sean Tucker. He passed away almost 1 year ago to the day. It was February 24th of last year. But he started this committee in hopes of helping our community, not just necessarily Upshur County and Buchanan, but the surrounding areas of West Virginia, helping us to fight and combat the obesity problem that there is of all ages.
Absolutely.
I mean, you look at video games and cell phones and everything, and now kids have cell phones when they're like 6 years old, and all they are zombies looking at their phones, and they're not
I agree.
doing anything, or they're online playing Fortnite or whatever those video games are all hours of the night, but they're not going out playing video game, or they're not going out playing basketball or sports or running or soccer or biking or anything. They're basically just very
Calorically enhanced.
Yes, they're calorically enhanced, but they're just very they're sedentary, and the hope of Sean's dream was to bring about some more activity and more availability of facilities for our community, and it's not just the youth that was his focus. It was the whole community, from 90-year-old man that wants to get out and walk just because his hips are hurting and it feels better if he's walking, or the 6-year-old kid that's just started picking up soccer and wants to go play soccer every day.
I think that's a great idea, bringing all this. Our county, our city has really progressed very well. Just to give you an idea, this is the deformity I developed after I started playing video games. Look at this. You see that?
The hitchhiker's thumb.
You see? I can not. I mean, just look at that. I can even bend it even further.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really.
It's not that bad.
Look at this. I can just do it like this. See that? It's horrible. No, that didn't happen. It's a genetic thing. But anyway, so this is really good. What you're bringing, but it's going to take a lot of money. I mean, I would think something like this will take like $2-3 million at least.
Yeah, that's always one of the biggest questions. Anybody on our committee that gets approached or talks to anyone about our plans is, first, where are you going to put it?
Right.
And second is, how are you going to fund it?
Right.
So one of the big things, and one of the reasons why I'm here is, like we said in our pre-interview, that you hadn't even heard about it.
Right.
It's been around for a few years. The idea is there, but the word's not getting out enough, and the hope is that by coming here and doing some more things in the next coming few months, that we can get the word out and start spreading the word to the people that this is happening, and the goal is for this to remain a private organization, and the reason we're doing that is, we got our official federal 501c3.
That's great.
So we are a nonprofit organization. So any and all donations that are made to us are tax deductible.
Plus, you have membership too.
Correct. Yes, we have membership fees. That if you want to be a member, that it's the donation is made as a $25 donation, which would be tax deductible. Then you're also a member of the committee, and then you can come to our monthly meetings. Right. And then you would have a vote in our yearly meeting, which is where we make our major decisions for the...
And you're also doing some fundraisers. Yes. Can I suggest one fundraiser?
Absolutely.
I just love to sing, even though my voice is kind of getting not a good response from our viewers. They're not saying I'm very good. So I was thinking about making a fundraiser where people come and do karaoke.
You are talking my sheet of music right now.
I'm telling you,
karaoke
we will go there, do the karaoke, and if people like it, great, you go out free. But if people don't like it, you got to contribute at least $100.
So if you get booed, you have to pay?
Yeah, if you get booed, you have to pay.
So you're taking a hit in your wallet and in your psyche, I guess.
Yes.
So would you like cash or a check?
Yes,
Let me go ahead and make out my check now.
Make a check right away. But, Spike's daughter, she is
17.
Mm-hmm. And does great drawing. Is there any artistry involved in this?
Yes, actually, I'm glad you asked that as well. Our dream, the dream isn't just for when we think of recreation, isn't just for sports. The kids like to do other things, and we understand that. Adults like to do other things, and we understand that. So, along with all of the sport athletic fields and facilities, we have a plan for an indoor facility as well. And in that indoor facility, we would like to be able to have rooms where kids can go and work on their music, playing their instruments, work on painting, or just having a place that they can go right after school and go work on a project if they need to go work on a project, or anything like that. And then also we'd like to include potentially to have an amphitheater and have an outdoor facility that you can hold concerts, you can have plays or whatever in the outdoor environment, and not just have to always be indoors and stuck in in auditoriums or whatnot. So
that really is great. I mean, our I hate to say it, the public schools have really not done very well. I think Upshur County somewhere rates low.
it's pretty low, yeah.
So I think if you have something like that, there's the kids can learn about and be encouraged by drawing, singing, theater. Right now we have Buchanan Community Theater, and since it's been more active, a lot of kids and a lot of people have been involved in it, and they really enjoy it. I enjoy it. So bringing something like that would be really great, don't you think, Spike?
I think for a town our size, it would be absolutely. It would be a game changer.
Yeah, and one of the big things that we want to focus on, and not only make it about the money, but the ability to host a soccer tournament on a weekend in the summer can see upwards of $1 million brought to our community.
Oh, that would be
because
cool.
You have there's a couple different towns in the surrounding, and I'm losing the name off the top of my head, but there's a town in Virginia that's not too far outside of Richmond. And I hate to say that because every time you say you're from West Virginia, everybody's like, "Oh, from Richmond." No, that's wrong in West Virginia. But no, it was a small town. They built a sports facility similar to the dream that we have, and they're now hosting the, I think it's the NCAA National Championship for softball every year. They have tournaments there for all levels of softball, and it's just now the town is booming, and it's just something that I see the potential, the economic impact that it could have on Buchanan could bring us out of a lot of the struggles that we've had to grow businesses here. Small businesses would thrive. Big businesses could potentially come here and provide more jobs for the community.
And people will stay. People will stay instead of running out of West Virginia. Young folks are just leaving.
Yeah. And this would give an incentive for people to stay, and that's our goal is, it's not just to give kids more to do. Even there's a huge picture here that
I can see
can save. We're the only state in the union who has lost people since I think it was like 2000. Every single year we continue to decline in population. We are consistently declining in population in West Virginia, and we need to do something to keep people here. I love this state and I love this community, and I want to help it in any way I could possibly can. And that's why I'm here.
We all want to, in one way or another. Now, I'm a little naive about it. Is there an amateur league over here for soccer or something? Just an idea, 6 businesses in town, and let's say I'm a business and I start a league of soccer players, certain age limit. My team is called the Coffee Beans or whatever, and they compete against each other, and you sell tickets, or
currently there's not anything.
Have you thought about it
to that level? We do have. I know we have Katie Kuba, who works with My Buchanan, was last summer was working on getting an adult soccer league.
Yeah, Katie.
So that's one outlet that we could help. I played in a summer men's basketball league last year that went the whole month through the month of July and then to the first week of August. We had 12 teams
Right.
playing in that league for a month. It was round robin style, so everybody played everybody, and then you had a playoffs and a championship. So there are these amateur level things that are happening, but not nearly to the extent that they could because the facilities just aren't there right now.
Here's an idea. We start, you and I,
Okay.
we start a 6-team tennis ball cricket league. I will coach them. You can read up on it. It's very easy. We can coach them and start this league and bring cricket over here. Then we can say we have an Upshur County
Cricket league.
cricket league,
UCCL.
16 UCCL, and we start that, and the businesses will buy the franchise, and you take the money, you keep the money for your thing, and let's do it. 6 teams. You put it out there. Ask 6 businesses if they want to contribute
Sponsor
to
a
your
team.
thing. Sponsor a team, and all the monies go to you. I'll help out with the cricket coaching, and I will donate the tennis balls and the tape that goes on it, and I'll buy the cricket bats too.
It might take a while to get all the coaching done because I
It's
don't know how many people know how to play cricket.
but that's where I come in. I'll do it.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to take you a while to coach
Yeah,
everybody.
and he just says that he doesn't know it. He is great.
he's probably a ringer, isn't he?
Yes. See, the interesting thing is if you start playing with cricket with tennis ball and tape wrapped around it, it's very fast and it's a very fast game. And we do a 10 over or 60 balls. You throw 60 balls. We will find that people will love it because it's hit, and it would be a really good game.
Where are we going to do it?
You can do it actually anywhere, any stadium, any place. It is very easy.
What kind of acreage do you need for a field or size?
It can
field do you
be
need?
small, it could be big, anyone. Smaller the better. Because then you can hit sixes. Sixes is when it goes outside the park.
a home run.
And people love it. When you hit a 6, they love it. So are you going to think about it?
I'll definitely think about it.
Got a deal.
Definitely think about it.
All right. So see, now we have
It's official.
It's official.
Yeah.
He will look into it, check with the businesses, and if you need to talk to some businesses, I'll ask them if they could contribute to it.
Yeah.
And they will get the shirts and everything. I'll find some bats. I'll get some tennis balls.
Right.
Well, hell, sorry, bad word, hell.
No, that's fine.
Okay, so yeah, you can
Let it slide.
we'll get the tennis balls and tapes are available,
Uh-huh.
and we are all good.
Get it
I'll
all
get
off
the
of
wickets
Amazon.
too.
Fine.
I can get it on Amazon.
Yeah.
I
Have it in 2 days.
actually have a bat at home and some tennis ball already. We used to play that.
It'd be fun. I'd like
Yeah.
to learn it.
You have something else you like to tell us about this? Anything we missed?
So just to go over some of our plans for our fundraisers. In May, right now we're tentatively scheduling or planning to have a basketball tournament. A 2-day basketball tournament would be the last weekend of May. I think it's the 30th and 31st. And the hope is to get about 12 teams to come and play in that tournament and do a double elimination basketball tournament. Then in June or July timeframe, we're going to have our second annual golf scramble. That will most likely be held at the Buchanan Country Club like it was last year.
Great.
And then in November, we'll have on Thanksgiving morning, we'll have our second annual Turkey Trot 5K. It won't be our second overall 5K, but the second year that we'll be having it on Thanksgiving. And then we're also looking at potentially doing some soccer tournaments or maybe a adult softball tournament as well to work with there is actually, that brings back your question earlier about some amateur leagues. I think there is an adult softball league as well that usually plays in the summer, so we might try to
That's
work with
fantastic.
them and get that going too. So
It all looks
those
good.
are those are our three main plans, and then a couple of the other ones that we have in mind for potential throughout the year.
But there's a pen right there if you want to put down the Cricket League.
Yep, I'm gonna write it right here.
Yeah.
Still plenty of room for cricket.
Yeah, cricket league would be good. Now we have a tradition of the guest singing a song. Did you bring one, or I mean, I can let you slide if you really don't have anything. But if you want to sing a song,
I mean, I didn't really come planning to sing. I mean, that's up to you. Though I can.
Nobody does.
can you do a classic "We Will Rock You"? We will rock you.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. That's
there's not
about
a lot of lyrics on
We'll
that.
let him slide on that one. Yeah. So, Spike, you got anything else?
Yeah. How far along are you with the funding process?
We are painstakingly and aggravatingly short right now.
Right.
Right now, like I said, this is being a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Anything that we try to, there's a lot of operating expenses whenever you're trying to do a fundraiser and whatnot. So that's been our major hiccup, that and finding the property. And we've had some leads a couple different times throughout the last 2 or 3 years where we've had some opportunities for some potential property, but funds are always the problem then. So then once you have the potential for property, then you got to fundraise like crazy, and then it's so we've run into that issue, and that's why I'm hoping we get more people knowledge of what we're trying to do. Maybe some of the people who have that extra acreage on their that they own that they are not using, and they'd be willing to donate to us, because like I said, everything is a tax write-off that comes to us. So you think outside of the box. If you have a good accountant, you're donating property to us, they're gonna figure out how to
Appreciated
get that away.
stocks. If they
Yeah.
appreciate too much,
Right.
don't have to pay taxes on it. Just give it.
Yeah. So I mean, we've had a couple frustrating years, and obviously when Sean passed, that was a big gut wrenching moment for our
Absolutely.
for our community and for our committee itself, because this was his dream, and it was it was sad, and we all miss Sean a lot because he was so driven, and my goal as the new president-elect is to carry on his vision and his tenacity and wanting to make this thing happen, because it's what it's going to take. It's going to take the drive to not be fearful of somebody telling you no, and just keep on going, and I know what this can provide for the community, and I know that if people can get behind it, they're going to see the benefits.
This is for
throughout
Upshur
the
County, and I would like to tell everybody, please support it. And
and I can give you where you can go to support us if
absolutely,
yeah.
please.
So we do have a website, UpshureRecreationComplex.org, and if you go to that website, UpshureRecreationComplex.org, there's a membership link. You can go to there and you can become a member. We also have corporate membership possibilities, so you'd be a sponsor of every fundraiser we have. We have a banner that we hang at our fundraisers. So if you're
Great.
a corporate sponsor, you're getting some free advertisement there with that. And then there's also just a place that you can donate, and obviously we'll take any and all donations we can right now, and we're hoping that this year is going to be the best year yet, because we need something good to kind of bring us back and keep this dream alive for Sean and for his family,
Absolutely.
Adrian and his kids too, because I know that they're going to benefit from it, and all the generations that follow will be able to benefit from it. So
Absolutely. That's a great vision.
thank you.
And surely there must be a lot more cricket-loving people in the state that can donate some money.
I am sure they will be.
Yeah.
In Morgantown, they actually have a cricket league.
Do they
Well,
really?
there we go. We need to bring them
In
down.
Morgantown, they have a cricket league. See, that's where diversity even helps with new games coming in.
Right.
So cricket is becoming big now.
You get new games and you get new excitement, because people are learning. It's great that I can go out and play soccer or something, but I've done that before. But learning a new game, that's
1994, I was in Chicago. I was training at Northwestern, and the World Cup came of soccer. Nobody cared. It was like, what? Now everybody is into soccer.
Oh, yeah.
Soccer has arrived in United States.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you bring these games in. So I think this is a great idea. Bring cricket. Continue to build up on basketball. Continue to build up on soccer. Keep doing it, and this will do it.
Yeah, and we one of the other goal and the idea that Sean, whenever he decided to create this, was he went around to all of the youth leagues and got buy-in from all of their boards,
Right.
that they would be supportive. And the goal is that once UCRC is up and running, is that we have that one umbrella that we can facilitate all of these sports.
Right.
So you don't have to worry about a football fundraiser, a basketball fundraiser, a soccer fundraiser. It's just
one place.
Upshur Recreation Complex fundraiser. All the funds are spread throughout all the sports, and we can take care of each other. And we'll have a cricket fundraiser, or we won't have a cricket fundraiser, but the funds will go to cricket too.
But there will be a problem. I don't want to be going negative here, but you will step on some toes when you say there'll be one fundraiser, because people in any area, I'm not just saying here, they say, I want my fundraiser, I want my fundraiser, I want my fundraiser. But if you're big enough, I think you might be able to do it.
That's the goal, and like I said, Sean got the buy-in from, and we have board members on our board that are part of the other youth sports. So, that buy-in's there, and it's just going to take the continued efforts of everyone around us and the whole community to get it done. But I believe in the capability of us to do that. There's enough people in this community. There's enough money in this community to make the dream happen.
Absolutely. I believe that.
Sure.
I believe that.
Well, before we get to the folder, I just realised actually I was sitting thinking about cricket, and I just remembered that I can actually make it sound like I know what I'm talking about. No idea what's happening with cricket, but I can make it sound like I know what I'm talking about.
But how so?
Okay, all I have to say is, remember that time Imran Khan forced Ian Botham into an LBW?
Nice.
See,
nice.
now I sound like an expert.
There's
No clue
an
what you just
interesting
said.
there's an interesting story that people don't realize.
Yeah,
Imran Khan is now the Prime Minister of Pakistan.
that's right.
Imran Khan was at one time very well liked by the ladies. I don't know if you remember that. Mm-hmm. Imran Khan also was guest to a very famous royal a little while ago. Can you name that royal? Princess Diana.
Oh, that's right.
She went to Pakistan
Uh-huh.
to guess do what? She actually met a Pakistani surgeon, a cousin. His name was Hasnat Khan.
Right.
There was a movie actually made about it too. He was a cardiac surgeon in England.
Right.
And she met him, and sparks flew.
Uh-huh.
And she wanted to marry him. So there would have been a royal in the family, excuse me. But she went to Pakistan, and the family decided, well, I don't know if we really want to marry a lady who's got already 2 kids.
Right.
And after that broke up, she went with Dodi.
Right.
And then unfortunately she had the accident. Very nice royal. I think I liked her probably the most.
Right.
She was very nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then she nearly came into the family.
There you go. See?
So now you have a little bit of an idea about Imran Khan too. Imran Khan was actually married to Jemima Goldstein.
Oh, okay.
You know Jemima?
I know the name. I know the
yeah,
name.
Goldstein. They're very rich. It's a Jewish family, so for anybody, he was Muslim, she was Jewish,
Right.
no problem. Mm-hmm. And she changed her name to Jemima Khan, obviously.
Right.
And but they didn't get along. Jemima got a divorce, and guess who she went out with afterwards?
Princess Diana.
No,
Ian Botham.
no.
Who?
You know the guy who was with who was with a professional lady, and Jay Leno asked him,
Oh.
"What the hell were you thinking?"
Hugh Grant.
Yes, you got it. You got it. So a little trivia there.
Very nice. All right, to the folder. Every guest gets to handle the folder.
Okay.
And inside the folder, there are two pieces of paper. One that says friend, one that says polite, tolerant acquaintance. And what we want you to do is think about your time on the show today, and I want you to rank your experience and what you feel about the show. Are we your friend? Are we a polite, tolerant acquaintance? Either one is fine. We won't hold it against you if you pick, the polite, tolerant acquaintance. That's all right. Obviously,
Yeah.
the friend is the better one, but
Yeah.
whatever. How it's an honest feeling. Just pick one, hold it up to the camera.
Drum roll.
Drum roll.
And the winner is
It's going to be
Friend. Very nice.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
fantastic. Well, the clock on the wall says it's time for us to go. Actually, the clock on the wall appears to be broken because it says 25 o'clock, and that can't be right. But we better be making tracks anyway. Thank you to our esteemed guests for playing along, and they'll be enjoying a fantabulous gift from our sponsor, Main Street Antiques. And of course, dare I leave out the most important person in the equation? You, dear viewer. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and remembering that it's never too late to take a new friend seriously. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.